Alright, so let's make our rounds. Starting, of course, with Joker and Edie.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting now. Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we're not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
Yeah, you deal with the immediate, devastating threat first, then you deal with the follow-up.
Possibly meeting you on the Citadel next time you're there.
Thanks, trainer. Unfortunately, it seems like that mod I have that's supposed to silence some of those little things from her is just not working all that well.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomar, and the Jatil turned against the Jar.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not.
Whoops, sorry.
Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends. I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell. Or the Hanar? Or the Vorcha? This could get a lot worse before it gets better. Good to see you. It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
Yep. Boy, this guy, Copeland, is naive. I can't wrap my head around that. Why? It's very easy to understand. But that makes them mean. That's just something you don't do. By the way, you'll probably notice Ashley is going to look a little different.
Hey, Commander. I dug out some letters my youngest sister wrote when she was in high school. She was having a hard time. Teen drama and all that. Just needed her big sis. I guess with everything that happened down there, I just wanted to read them again. You sure make some unusual friends, Shepard. That is not a side of the Asari I ever want to see. Shepard?
Yeah, well, Ash, you should have been here on the Normandy. You know, when we were going after the collectors, then perhaps you would have gotten to know some of those friends a little better. By the way, another slot for the medical staff opened up. Here's the other doctor that I was able to acquire. So it didn't just let me hire one new doctor, it also let me bring on 2 to help out Chakwas.
Shepard, remember our agreement? We'd open a bottle of cerise brandy every year, and it's my turn to buy.
But it hasn't been a year yet.
Yes, well, something tells me we won't have the chance a few months from now, so indulge my impatience.
Doctor, put that bottle in a safe place. We'll crack it open to celebrate our victory over the Reapers.
Admire your optimism, and I'll look forward to the day we can share it. Till then. Feeling okay, Commander? Feeling okay, Commander?
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
We've lost people due to recent events, some reassigned because of the attack on the Citadel, and some quit to go find their families or loved ones. While we can only wish them the best, we nonetheless find ourselves in a precarious position, as retaining experienced personnel is now an issue. Recruitment efforts have been given due attention, but should you know of any potential candidates, please refer them to the head of recruitment as quickly as possible. Recent purchases by Zaid: arsenal incendiary grenades, thermal clips, metagel bulk purchases, firestorm fuel, armor plating, field rations, weapon repair kit, 45-year-old Scotch whiskey, rifle parts.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
You're not upset the monastery was destroyed?
No, not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that. Thanks for coming by.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't. I talked with Williams. Between the 212, Horizon, and the Council's other guards, it's like death just follows her around. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Be nice to Ash. You know, I'm tempted to just go meet with the Quarians just to get Tally on the ship. Just so I can have Tally back. Before we actually go do anything, but I don't remember if that actually is going to affect timings or not. I really don't remember, so yeah.
Nothing to report, Commander.
We wouldn't do the Dreadnought mission, we would just meet them just so I can get Tally back.
Commander.
Nothing to report.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Come on, that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed, no lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
Sit. Fine.
Yeah, sorry, Cortez, but no. Mako all the way. Nothing new.
The next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I worry about you. Doesn't hurt to go over the weapon roster one more time. Good to see you, Commander.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Okay, I think it's time we head back to the Citadel. First thing we're going to do is go meet up with Garrus.
You're cleared to dock, Normandy. Do you need ground transport?
I'll handle it.
Yes, Commander.
Because now we get to have one of my favorite interactions on the Normandy with Garrus. On the Citadel with Normandy, with Garrus. Blech. Let me say that again. We get to have one of my favorite interactions with Garrus on the Citadel. There. That's what I meant to say. Alright, we'll go to... Alright, so we gotta meet Miranda, Javik, and Samara on the embassies. And we'll go talk to Liara, and we'll also meet up with Ashley. But like I said, first, Garrus. And he's right there.
Sergeant, I have a little brother. He went off-planet to try and make money, hung with a lousy crowd. A week before the Reapers, my brother sent me this excited message. He'd found an organization with lots of pay, benefits. He snuck me a photo of the shiny new armor they gave him. White and yellow armor, ma'am.
So that's why she doesn't want to go on a mission against Cerberus, because she doesn't want to risk facing her brother.
Shepard, if you're feeling up to it, I thought we could do something fun for a change. Shepard, glad you came.
What'd you have in mind?
Something that doesn't involve fighting Reapers.
That's hard to find these days. I suppose we could catch a Hanar poetry reading.
No offense, but if the end of the galaxy is coming, I'm not going out on the phrase, "This one feels like a flower."
I love that.
So, I had an idea.
Oh, that was so funny.
Where are we going?
Somewhere we're not supposed to.
Now you're talking.
Ever have that one thing you always wanted to do before you died, Shepard?
I've woken up with a Turian next to me.
Still trying to make me blush, huh?
Until it works. So what's your one thing?
The whole time I worked at CSEC, I'd stare up at the top of the Presidium and say to myself, I want to go up there. But I never did. There were 137 regulations telling me I couldn't.
So you got them changed?
No. Now I just don't give a damn. Figured it's time to do something stupid just for the hell of it. Might be the last chance we ever get.
It's incredible.
I'd be lying if I said I didn't hope it would inspire a certain mood.
Something on your mind?
It seemed like you needed time to figure us out. Are you ready to be a One Turian kind of woman?
The way he says that.
The only thing that made leaving Earth bearable was knowing you were out there somewhere.
I felt the same way. The worst part about the galaxy going to hell would have been never getting to see you again.
Well, here I am. Exactly where I want to be. I love you, Garrus Vicarian.
Wow. The vids Joker gave me, well, they never got this far. There was the part about sleeping together, but this is...
Who needs a vid when you've got me?
Like I said, awkward to smooth in a moment.
Get back. There is one thing we're going to settle. Once and for all. I'm not saying you don't know how to handle a gun, just saying some of us know how to make it dance. So, let's find out who's really the best shot.
There are a few people in the galaxy who've seen me in action, Garrus. They seemed impressed.
Yeah, but I've actually seen you dance, Shepard. No comment.
All right, Vicarian, you're going down.
And don't worry, I loaded it with practice slugs for when you miss. That was an easy one. Let you build up your confidence. Long range, I wrote the book. Nobody alive can do this, not even Commander Shepard. Give me a tough one. I said a tough one.
Step aside.
Interesting. So, it used to be these were the only two options here. Miss on purpose or shoot the target. Now there's a third option here that was added. I've never seen this before. Try to shoot. Huh. I'm really curious what this actually does.
Do it.
I'm Garrus Vicarian, and this is now my favorite spot on the Citadel.
It's windy up here.
There. It's okay. I know there are other things you're good at.
Yeah, I love that bit there. That's great. Oh, man. From him doing the voice of the Hanar to, again, the mix of awkward and smooth from Garrus in those moments is just kind of adorable. And, you know, having that little shooting contest there with, you know, if he wins, he gets to do the Shepard thing of, my name is Garrus Vicarian, and this is my favorite spot on the Citadel. Just really funny. Love that bit there. And yeah, that's basically where you can now... Because Mass Effect 3 decided to do something weird, which was... You can flirt and such with other characters, but you get to one of those scenes, and there's a certain point where you can basically solidify who you're going to choose to romance in this game. And it seals off all the romance paths from other characters at that point once you have done that. So... I've seen some people kind of get locked into a romance that they didn't mean to get locked into because they were just kind of having some fun with the flirting of other characters, and the game decides, all right, you're locked in, and the player's like, no, I didn't want to do that, you know, because then other characters kind of start to reject you after that point, and just kind of gets, you know, for some people it's like, oh, come on, you know?
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Hell of a view, isn't it?
During our war, this place became a myth to my people. A dream glimpsed only in the memory shards. The Citadel was both the heart of our civilization and its demise.
The Reapers hit here first, didn't they?
No one I knew had ever seen the Citadel. To be here now, I don't know what to think.
It might not seem like much, but a Prothean is standing on the Citadel alive. That's a victory in itself.
Perhaps. When things were at their darkest, we used to tell stories, imagining the wonders of this place. The seat of our empire, the power to sway worlds. The galaxy belonged to us.
Nowadays, a lot of races have embassies here.
It's true then. You share power with the rest?
It's not perfect, but it's kept the peace. Most of the time.
Pardon me. This one has been listening. This one suspects you are a Prothean.
Ehana, I remember your kind when you were still minnows in the ocean.
This one is unworthy. This one has seen the face of an enkindler.
They consider your kind to be their gods.
A pity we did not teach them to speak better.
You're really a Prothean?
I am.
But if you lost the last war, what hope do we have?
For many, there may be no hope. The Reapers killed trillions in my cycle. The odds of...
I don't think that's gonna work.
But you are still alive now. That alone is a miracle. And you still have the power to fight. My people knew your kind when you were young. Turian, Asari, Hana. There was potential in all of you. Now you must seize that potential and become the weapon you are meant to be. The weapon that tells the Reapers we are not machines. We are alive, and we will fight back.
Thank you. That meant a lot. Commander Shepard, it must be an honor to have a Prothean fighting alongside you.
He's starting to learn his way around. Javik is one of the best soldiers I've ever seen.
The commander is a capable warrior as well. For a human who once lived in caves. Thank you, Commander. I have enjoyed my time here, walking among the young. I will see you back on the Normandy.
I mean, he is an old man when you think about it.
Joint Turian Krogan force has landed on Arun in an attempt to retake
Samara.
homeworld from Reaper forces.
I hoped you'd come. I won't remain here much longer.
What are you doing on the Citadel, Samara?
I suppose I came to say goodbye. Falair is safe, and Rila is at rest. I felt the need to speak to you before heading to battle. I want you to know there is no one else I'd rather see leading us in our last hours.
We'll make the galaxy proud. The largest fleet in history is already on our side.
It is impressive. Most would have deemed such an alliance impossible. But Shepard, be sure to assess your force's strengths and weaknesses before setting out.
Will Falair be all right in the monastery? Or what's left of it?
We spoke for some time. It won't be easy. But if there is a way to survive, Falair will find it. It was good to see her again. Perhaps it's unseemly for a Justicar to dwell so much on her family.
I'm just happy things worked out.
I was fortunate that Falair saw things so clearly. And it would have turned out quite differently without your intervention. Thank you.
You know, I never asked you if your code has anything useful on fighting Reapers.
Treat them as any other enemy. Show no quarter, mercy, or weakness. The only difference is the scale of our foe. The code is too strict to account for such small discrepancies.
Is that how you see it too?
You yourself killed a Reaper on the Citadel, and then another on Tuchanka. I can only follow such bravery.
What are the other Justicars doing for the war?
Most have made it home. They will attempt to hold Thessia. With the odds we face, it's possible our order will no longer exist after this war.
There's that few of you?
Our numbers were never great. We must prepare to sacrifice ourselves, if that is what's required.
Was being a Justicar worth it if that's how it all ends?
The Justicars were formed to bring order to a world that laughs at the notion. The role is solitary. Its demands are lonely and uncompromising, often to the point of pain. But following the code left me with no regrets. Take that for what you will.
Good luck out there, Samara.
You as well. I don't know if you believe in such things, but Goddess go with you, Shepard. We'll both be tested in fire, soon enough. Hello again, Shepard.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel.
Perhaps you could send the girl to your side of the family.
Are you kidding? My family disowned me when I married Nyota. Wanna guess why?
Oh my.
They'd be happier to see those Cerberus assholes than they would be to see me.
I understand why you would not wish to send your daughter to them.
Yeah, well, your understanding doesn't help me or my daughter much right now.
Wow. Alright, we need to go talk to Miranda.
Good to see you're all right, Shepard.
Miranda, what's going on?
Couldn't meet in person. The Citadel is too dangerous right now. I heard about the attempted coup.
Yeah, with Kai Lang's help, Udina nearly seized control.
Kai Lang? That slippery bastard's still alive?
He's alive and right in the middle of all this.
That complicates things. I'll be on my guard. Look, I don't have much time, but I learned what happened to my sister.
Where is she?
I don't know that yet. My father was definitely responsible. If he's done anything to her, I'll kill him.
Miranda.
Shepard, listen. I'm being hunted by Cerberus assassins. A lot of them. I need to stay out of sight.
What? Why?
I heard a rumor, maybe more, that my father is working on something for the Elusive Man. Something big.
Why would your father be working with the Elusive Man? Especially now.
My father is ruthless about preserving his legacy.
Legacy?
He has an obsession with making his mark in history, ensuring his dynasty lasts forever.
And you think the Elusive Man made him an offer?
Exactly.
Whatever's going on with your father can't be good. We have to figure this out.
I agree, but I need to do this myself. It's time I stopped running from him.
You're sure?
Yes. I can't think straight until I know Ori is safe.
Be careful.
I can't promise that, Shepard. Could you?
No. I couldn't.
I'm curious how the mod that I picked up, which removes Kai Lang from the game, how that's going to handle stuff like that, since letting Miranda know about Kai Lang is actually going to play a factor in whether or not she survives the Horizon mission later. And I'm wondering if that just doesn't become a thing anymore, if it just outright removes him from the game, basically. Again, if I wanted to, I could implement it here, but since I've already shown you guys a portion of that stuff, I figured let's just stay consistent and just write it out. Basically, seeing him here for the last time, and then afterwards, I'll go ahead and start using that from now on. Now, talking to her there, I think should have unlocked her as a squad mate in the Expanded Galaxy mod.
Please select a destination.
Alright, let's go to the camp.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E-24, emergency civilian housing.
Commander, thanks for coming.
So, yeah, I should have mentioned, you know how I brought up that there was basically only one thing that they changed about Ash that I wasn't too fond of? Well, fortunately there was a mod recently that's all it really changed. So, I kind of alluded to this when we started this playthrough. I'll just go ahead and acknowledge it. The whole... People have made a big deal, and I think it's kind of silly, that they changed basically the chest size for some of the women in this game, including Shepard and Ashley and Liara and such. To me, that's just not really a big deal. I didn't really care about that. What I found odd, though, was the way Ashley was starting to implement some makeup, like the lip gloss and the eyeshadow. It just seemed off to me. So there's a mod that basically changes her complexion to basically get rid of that. So it just looks, she just basically looks like the way she did face-wise in the previous games. There is a mod to deal with the body changes, but again, that's not something that's ever bothered me to the point where I would actually want to go ahead and do that. So
This must be really hard on your sister. I'm very sorry for her loss.
It's tough to see her go through this. Damn it. There I go again.
I hope Sarah can find some peace here.
I'm glad I can be here for her. She wanted me to say something about her family. Wanted Thomas to hear it.
You need to be strong for Sarah now.
You're right. I'm so proud of her. She's no career soldier, but there she is, coping with all this. Reminds me of Dad. Whatever was going on, he put a smile on his face for us.
Your family made you what you are.
He did his best with 4 daughters and a strong wife. He always said live fire exercises was good prep for facing his girly horde.
Your sister's waiting. You'll be fine.
Right. Here we go. Okay. Remember the trip to the beach the summer before I left for basic training? I'll meet you back aboard the Normandy.
Poor Sarah. Ignore the fact that it's also the name of my FemShep here.
There's no way you could have known Korlak stopped working for Cerberus.
That's no excuse. I killed Korlak and I'd have done right by Cerberus. No. The way I see it, those bastards own me.
There's no way you could have known Korlak stopped working for Cerberus.
That's no excuse. I killed Korlak and I'd have done right by Cerberus. No. The way I see it, those bastards own me.
I heard about the horrible things Cerberus did during the coup. That's not the organization I joined.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. I know. You don't have to say anything, but I'm about to make my comeback.
Just don't bet the Normandy. Okay. So we'll go meet Liara.
Krogan leader Erdnot Rex stated that his support of the Turians proves that the Krogan are ready to return to the Citadel. Reaper forces continue.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please. Now arriving at Presidium Commons.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel have failed, and CSEC forces have killed the last invading forces.
Her name is Tasha Pore.
Weshra, I have an audio log for you.
For me? Where did this come? Oh no. Oh, Tasha. Thank you for bringing this back. At least I know what happened.
You notice how there's more armed guards standing around the Presidium here? I'm pretty sure that has to do with what I authorized earlier, that guerrilla force.
You sure you don't want to do something a little more exciting?
I love this part of the Presidium. It reminds me of where I grew up.
Where's that?
Armali, back on Thessia. My mother and I lived beside a park. I spent hours there.
Doing what?
Reading, exploring, getting in trouble digging for ruins in the grass.
You're kidding.
I was very young.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cute.
No one else thought it was funny. Oh, the lecture my mother gave me. But she did buy me my first history book the next day. I miss her, Shepard.
What was she like?
She was confident and kind. She loved to wear yellow. I thought she was the most beautiful woman in the world.
You'll be okay, Liara.
Maybe you're right. Thank you, Shepard. I feel better. I wish we could spend more time together like this. Just friends.
It'd be nice. And who knows? Maybe you'll settle down after this.
You don't really see me going into civilian life, do you?
No. But I guess that's one more reason we should keep in touch.
Someone to share a few secrets with now and then?
You got it.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay. Alright, I think what we... I'm actually tempted to just go meet up with the Quarians, just to get Tally on board the Normandy, and then we will go find these Cerberus scientists. I'm just concerned that that could cause some timing issues with missions, but at the same time, I don't think it will, because we have to do the Dreadnought mission first. So... yeah. Anyways, when we come back, we'll see if we go just simply get Tally and then go find the scientists. Stay tuned.